All right, good morning. We are on our way to our first estate sale for my birthday bash weekend, where we are going to be sourcing and thrifting for the whole day. Let's go. From dusty to dreamy, let's thrift. For lots of treasure. Today we've thrifted 8.5 hours already. Hi friends, I'm Amy from Dusty to Dreamy. Welcome to our channel. We appreciate you being here. This is our very first thrift video. Today's episode is going to be my birthday. So this was in October. It was a 10-hour thrift day. We went to estate sales, vintage malls, thrift stores all day long. We barely stopped for anything to eat, although we did get something yummy to eat. You will see that. This is going to be a two-part video because there was so much thrifting from this particular day as well as the next day. So today you're going to see day one, and then we're going to move right in to the thrift haul at the end. Also, we are having audio problems today, so apologies for that. We're going to do our best. There is the estate sale up there. I've noticed people coming out with not very much stuff, so I'm not sure. Like, this just opened about 15 minutes ago. We're going to go see. We wrapped up at that first estate sale. It was not great. It was not great. And the pictures were kind of hard to see things, and I didn't spend a lot of time on it. We just decided on a certain area, and we're gonna go for it with a few estate sales this morning before we head out to a few thrift stores, vintage stores, antique stores, things like that. We got a couple things for the house, a couple things for styling, not really anything to resell. So we're gonna keep looking. This chair is really gorgeous. 120. Gosh, that is really nice. Look at that. Completely embroidered. Mm-hmm. I think it might be for boots. Do you think this is a boot brush? Here, what does that say? That's interesting.
It's talking about
very cool. Cool. I love vintage games. Twist and Slim, easy exerciser. What?
Twist and Slim.
I feel like I need this.
There's a little plate you like. Do that.
Okay. Has anyone ever even seen this before? Dream Date, the game where girl meets boy. Use your personal magnetism to click with the boy of your choice. Wow. Cute though. All right, well, we did get a charcuterie board that is made locally in Lafayette, which is a little town outside of Portland. That's really cute. And this, I'm still collecting things for the kitchen. All right, that estate sale was also a bust. We did get a couple, like 2 things that we're going to be using in our own house. And again, nothing for reselling, and even the things we got are like, okay, but not anything I'm super stoked about. So we're going to head across town to another estate sale and see if we have some luck there. All right, we were on our way to a different estate sale and saw a sign. So we're going to go see this one and have zero expectations. Sometimes we find good vintage pens at estate sales. In the estate sale, we were talking to a couple of the people running that sale on whether this was a deer or a cat, and it became a big debate. So what do you think? Do you think this is a deer or a cat? We definitely split down the middle, both ourselves as well as the employees. Sometimes at estate sales, we like to look for really good quality pens. Pens are something we both really love, and so finding high quality vintage pens is always super fun. We decided to pop into one of the stores downtown that we've always wanted to go to, which is the William Temple House, and see if there was anything that we liked there. All right, we are debating getting this for ourselves. For our bedroom, we're going to be redoing our bedroom. Love the colors of this. It's the Oregon Coast. Fine. It's going to be watercolor, but there is some broken glass right here. But we do like it. All right, now we discovered that there is the same artist who has this one, which we both really love, but I'm not in love with the frame. And this one we really love. And we're trying to kind of go a little bit watery, like oceany in our bedroom, like inspired, not literal. But that would be pretty literal, but we still really like it. And the frame I like better having wood. So we're debating that one, and it's a lot cheaper. It's $20. I also really do like this one quite a bit. We started walking around the rest of the store, and hard goods is always the area that we love the most in addition to art. So we did start looking around at knickknacks as well as kitchen items, as well as kind of collectibles and trinkets, things like that. And we really didn't find anything. Although, does anyone remember having one of these when they were a kid? It's a pencil case, and I had one that was two-sided. And it was a place where you could put your pencils, you could put little erasers, you could put your rulers, things like that. So this brought back a lot of memories. This one was just one-sided and super cute, but we decided to leave it. We also started looking a little bit at candlesticks, things like that. Nothing was really standing out as anything that we would want to purchase or keep. So spoiler alert, we did not buy anything at this particular store. Next, it was time for a snack, and since it was my birthday, I definitely wanted a piece of pie because I do not like cake. So we went to Petunia's Pie and Pastries and got gluten-free and vegan Mary Mary pie. So good. Also had a quick little bite of gluten-free and dairy-free pizza, which was also tasty. All right, we're heading into Memory Den Vintage Mall. This is a place I've always wanted to go and have not been to yet, so let's go check it out. All right. Furniture in here. There's some of it that looks pretty good. Let's check it out. This is also very, very, very pretty. Look at that. Nice. Oh, I kind of like this little fun little chair. Yeah. I could definitely sit in this chair.
Those doors and pudding.
That is pretty. $3.95. Oh, so much cool stuff. Oh, these are fantastic. I love these. I have been on the hunt for a gold one. Parisian style gold tone cocktail shaker. So I like it, but it does not have the strainer part, so I'm going to say no to this one. All right, let's check out this little spot. Nope. Oh, these are really lovely baskets. These are very pretty. I have one very similar to this one. I just put tea in. I do like this little butterfly clip. That's cute. Oh, this piece down here is nice. Not for sale. I do like this tray too, and I don't think I can find a nice. Oh, there it is. 75. It's quite lovely. Oh, I like this coat. Looks too small for me, but so cute.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah.
Just kidding. There are 2 burns in here, but otherwise I loved this coat. It was so cute.
Another little one
yeah,
right
there's
there.
several of them. Bummer.
Bummer,
So sweet.
bummer.
This one is cool. Oh, I like that one too. That one's really nice. Oh, that's cute. Yvonne did a good job. Good job, Yvonne. Yvonne, 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 Yvonne. That is pretty fantastic. That is $99.99. Pretty awesome. This is really pretty. Candle. Mismatched. Is that what it says? No, what does that say? Oh, candle not included. Okay, I can read now. I do not have my glasses on, which they're on top of my head, so I will put them on now. Sweet little swans. This is kind of a lenticular Last Supper TV lamp. Wow, that is something. I have never seen something like that. Oh, this is pretty. I do like that. That is really cute. Bonbon vintage. Wow, look at up there. Gorgeous. They did such a nice job in here. You definitely can feel their brand in here. Wow, that frame is something. Wow, that is so cool. How much is that? That actually is not bad for this. It's $125. This is very cute. I love these up here too. These are great. Oh my gosh, look at these kittens.
I know, I saw them. They're so cute.
Very cute. We like little stuff. I have been in the market for a bust, and this is kind of a nice one actually, but does not look to be, well, maybe it is vintage, but it's a kid. I don't like that it's a kid. These always get me. They make me tempted every time. These cute little bags. The fireplace is amazing as well. I love a mini anything. These are so good. All right, we do mini fridge galleries, and so I'm gonna get one of these since it's my birthday to put on our fridge. I love Naked Lady, but I also love
sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. I think I found it now. What I've been looking for. Isn't it beautiful?
All right, I got excited for a second. I am on the hunt for these. I need gold ones. So close. We're so close. The Copper Banshee. Look at all these. That's cool.
Tissue prints.
Wow. This is a little creepy, but cool. I don't know if I can be in here though. Oh, nope. Nope, now that I saw that side, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.
Like, what did it?
Right, this is really awesome. We really liked this, and we were going to buy it to sell, but there is this kind of like, I don't know what's going on right there. Some sort of bubbling or something in there. That is cool. Drinks to come. The vendors here just are so creative. These are awesome. How much are those? This one is intense. Yeah, this one's like very... This was such a cool vibe area. It definitely had a lot of mid-century orange going on, and I became obsessed with the bar stools in the corner. Wait till you see them. They are amazing. I kept looking for a price, and then we realized this is an area that you can rent, so you can play pool. To have these. So it's just sort of a lounge hangout inside of this vintage mall. No, it's really cool. And then there's an entire room of books as well. Love this wall. All right, it is taking us a while to get home because we have been out all day. Like, we left home at about 8:30 this morning. It is now almost 5 o'clock. So it has been a long day. We're still gonna make 2 more stops. We have to drop off a package for Etsy. And then we're gonna stop and get a little bit more stuff to cook dinner with tonight so we can have a delicious birthday dinner and get cozy for the rest of the evening, except for when I run to one more thrift store while my partner is kind enough to cook me dinner. Birthday dinner is what I meant to say. So I'm gonna do one more store. Are you coming? One more. I like this one. This is pretty. Definitely will be getting this. Probably will get this too. Right, I see a turtle. That's a glass one. Cute. Alright, I was considering this, but it's very orange. Right, I did find a few goodies, so we will take a look at everything in the haul, but I am pretty pleased with what I just grabbed. This is really pretty. Gonna see if there's any. Okay, just finished up at the last thrift store. It is not actually that bright outside. It's 6:30. We've been going for 10 hours and it's starting to get dark. I am exhausted. It's been so fun. What a great way to spend my birthday. I cannot wait to go home and have a home-cooked meal though, and some delicious pie that we got earlier, gluten-free and dairy-free, so it's going to not make me feel too bad as well. We're gonna be back at it tomorrow, however, not as long, not at all. So we will definitely only be going for about 3 or 4 hours so that we can get in some other birthday fun and celebrations. And then I'm going to show you the haul. Cannot wait for that part. We got some good stuff. I wasn't sure for a while there. There was some times that didn't feel like we were getting good things, but we definitely ended on a good note. So more to come. All right, so you saw all of the thrifting that we did on day 1, 10 hours. It was exhausting, but exhilarating at the same time. So fun. We did get quite a few really good treasures, so I'm gonna show you a few of those right now. All right, so we got this one pretty early in the day. This was a estate sale where we saw a sign on the way to another estate sale, which I love when that happens. And this was $5. It is a vintage, either a doctor's bag or a lawyer's bag. I'm still sort of researching that one. I'm not 100% sure on it. Unfortunately, the lock key is not part of it, but you can see on the inside, it does look kind of like files might go in there. So I did clean it up pretty well and try to give it a little bit of love and attention and a little bit of leather oil as well. And I will be putting this up on Etsy pretty quickly. So I was pretty excited by this one. I know there's people who love these types of things, love like the vintage briefcase type style. So going to put that one up soon. All right, another item that we got, this was a little bit later in the day. It is a signed piece of pottery, and it is, I think, a soup tureen. But I just love the glaze on that. I absolutely love that. It is kind of a gold sparkle. Not sure if I can get the shimmer part in there, but it's really pretty. This is what it looks like on the inside, and then just a really nice piece of pottery. I actually had a couple comments from people at the Goodwill when we were checking out. So the clerk, as well as someone who was next to us, was commenting on how pretty this one was, and I would absolutely agree. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of space for this, so this will go up for sale on Etsy for you. Another item that we found, I believe this was also from Goodwill. Well, this might have been from a thrift store actually, but it's another signed piece of pottery. You can see there on the bottom, but just a really pretty colorway, I thought, for a particular vase like this. And I liked the style. It's kind of that medium size that would look really pretty styled up. And I just love these colors. Like, they're not colors that you see that often in a lot of pottery. So the blues and kind of the pinks and grays all together, I just feel like makes for a really nice vibe. We did find a brass item. I love all things brass so much. And apple for the teacher, or just an apple. I have been a teacher in my life, and I'm not the biggest fan of apple items, but this one, because it's brass, I do absolutely love. So this will go up for sale as well. Great. So there were a couple books throughout the day. There was more than this, but these were the two that I just wanted to show you real quick. So this one is The Great Outdoors. I thought this was just a really, really pretty book. It's kind of got a kind of that faux, maybe vegan leather type style on the front, and then it has that picture. But I love the gold on the sides as well, and then it looks really pretty that way as well. And this is something I'm going to keep for styling. It looks really nice. I've taken some shots already of some items with this particular book. And then one other book that I did get that day as well was a Hemingway book, and I loved this rust color. That's one of actually the colors I like the most in a house. So it's kind of that orangey rust, and my dad was a big Hemingway person, so it just kind of brought some nice little memories for me too. All right, this, I believe, is a gold mining pan that has been painted. So this was hand painted with like a landscape design on it. Really pretty. It has a little string, so I'm fairly certain they hung it like on a wall gallery type situation. I have actually gone gold mining before with my dad. I remember we went to a store and bought one of these new. There is a store in like nearby in Milwaukee, which is a little south of Portland, and they had pans like this. So we went and bought one and bought a few other things like screens and stuff like that. And so we went mining for gold. We didn't find any, but this will go up for sale. It would look really cute in somebody's wall gallery. We love all things charcuterie. So we do regular charcuterie, we do candy cooterie, we do chip cooteries and dips, we do sushi cooterie. So all of those things. So I love any sort of board that I can use for that. And this one I thought was just absolutely beautiful. It is made in Lafayette, Oregon, which is a really cute little town that has a cute couple antique stores. But I just thought that was really pretty. So I need to do a little more wood oil onto that one. And then I've also been using it for styling, which looks really fabulous. All right, one of the estate sales, we got a couple little tiny trinkets. And these are just a few of them. There were more than this, but I love trinket shelves. I love all things mini. So I will definitely put in a little bit of a video so you can see what our trinket shelf looks like right now. It's definitely Christmas themed right now. I started that decorating a little bit early. So we took down all the fall and Halloween stuff, but this was up there. So this little sack of oranges, hello, so cute. I just love that. And you can, like, they all move around and stuff. This adorable little pumpkin pail. And I thought this was really cute. It's a little tiny pot. So that was kind of a fun little witchy cauldron that we had during the Halloween season. And then at some point we got this little guy too. It's just a little mini perfume bottle. I don't know that I've seen one this tiny. It's so cute. So that's something that I keep in my trinket box right now, and it'll go up on the shelf at some point, probably after the holiday. Here is our current mini trinket shelf that has some of our Christmas items on it, and this is a nod to my favorite house in the Portland area up in the hills that has a giant martini on the side of it, so I put that up there. I love deer, so had to add some of those. Also love bottle brush trees. A couple other little fun friends in there. There's a little swan, some presents, a little robot friend with a tree in there, a little squirrel. There's a little whiskey and whiskey glass in there. Love this clock. We also got that at that estate sale. A couple other little fun items on this side. We're going to add something to the top of that little brass vase. Just not sure what yet. Probably an ornament of some sort. Cute little deer has tipped over. I need to get that standing up. And there you have it. Oftentimes at estate sales, another thing that we love to grab because we love writing utensils, and more specifically, we love all things pens. We are a pen type of family, and so I am very particular, my partner's very particular, and we often will find some really great ones. So we'll find, that day we found some Mont Blanc pens, which I can't locate right this second, so I can't show you that one, but we were able to find some of these ones. See, I can't remember the names of them. I just know that I like the weight of them. I love vintage pens because they actually have a heft to them, or like kind of the nicer, spendier pens do too. You can get them currently as well, but I like the vintage ones as much as possible. So these are just kind of an example of some of the ones that we tend to pick up, and you really can get like a whole bag of these for a couple bucks. Sometimes we were at one estate sale where it was 10 for $1. So, and it didn't matter which pen it was. Like it was the kind of junky type current pen, or it was like one of these that you could also pick up. So I went through that entire box and we picked out as many as we possibly could. So some of those pens are 14 karat gold plated. Some of them are maybe silver plated. So I would suggest looking for them if you are interested in that type of thing. Another thing I did grab that day was this particular print. It's pretty small. I think it's a lithograph print of just some British scene from, you know, back in the day. It's definitely vintage. It looks like I paid $3 for that one. You can kind of tell by hardware, kind of by sometimes there's nails that are in there. This one is just already sealed up, but it had that old hardware on it. So that'll be something. I thought that was a nice, really small enough size that it would go into many people's wall galleries or places if they are kind of vibing with that vintage sort of colonial looking print. Just a couple more other things that I wanted to show you. So, whoops, dropped that one. So one of them is this. Reminds me of something for sure from like the 70s or 80s, but it does spell out love. And then there's just places for little photo frames. So I need to take out the ones that are currently in there so that someone can put in their own. And I'm going to give it a little bit of love with the oil. It looks a little thirsty in a couple spots. It was 50 cents at a thrift store. All right. And then the very last thing that I want to show you are these really pretty. They are a peacock mirror. So you can see here, it's kind of jeweled. That one, and it's purple and green, really pretty. It has some little rhinestones on it and some enamel on it. And then this is, it just looks very Art Deco and pretty gorgeous, actually, this comb. I love the comb. And that has some green on it. So all in all, it was a really, really good day. I had a fantastic time.